2025 has been a really interesting year where, as a gamer enthusiast, aficionado, connoisseur, whatever fancy smancy term you want to throw at it, I've been trying my best to just play through as many of these games, kind of like I do every year, to determine, which games were my favorite so I can inevitably do a top 10 games of 2025 and all of that good stuff. But man, I just don't think I have it in me this year to keep doing it. I'm sure you have heard of the saying, time is money, and the older you get, the more you value your time. 2025, I have really started learning how to better allocate my energy to things and projects that are more profitable to me, especially when it comes to my family. And because of that, I've been, getting off of all of my social media platforms. I've been unsubscribing to a bunch of things. And like even Snapchat, I uninstalled Snapchat just because it was just another time suck. And I've been able to open up so much more time. But then as I'm sitting here, and I have my family, I have like these options. I can play sometimes playing some of these games from 2025, or I could spend a little bit more time with my family. And I'd just rather spend time with my family. And that's kind of what this video is about, is just the reality of where we're at, in regards to the video game industry and just where I'm at on a personal note. So you get a little bit of both. And it's just kind of fascinating to me because when I look back at 2025, I really like the person I have become. And I've really learned to prioritize my time. And it's not perfect, man. I mean, sometimes I just sit there and do nothing for 15 minutes, and it's a good 15 minutes, so maybe it's not too bad. But you know what I'm saying? We all have those days where you're trying to do things and you have all these ideas of what you want to get accomplished, and you don't get any of them done. And then as the day, comes to an end, you ask yourself, did I even do anything today? Like, what was I thinking? What was I doing? We all have those days. And when it comes to video games, that's the same thing. I only have so much time that I can spend playing video games, and I have to ask myself, man, do I want to go back and play a game that I already have played and know and love, a game like Hollow Knight, for example, or do I try to play a new game like the new Shantae that's come out? And by the way, that is a great game. I have played that. It is fantastic. I love it. But you know what I'm saying? Do I want to jump into the next big, latest, and greatest AAA game? I mean, Borderlands 4 is right here on our doorstep. I believe at the time of this recording, it should be out. I think it comes out today if you're watching this on the day this gets published. And the answer, though, is usually no. Because it's just too much. Because as soon as Borderlands 4 comes out, next week we have the remake of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. And then the week after that, it's Silent Hill F. And then the week after that, we get into October. And there's Final Fantasy Tactics at the end of September. And I don't even want to go into October because that's always the biggest month for video games out there. And as I'm just trying to play through all these games and determine what's my favorite thing, I have to be real with myself and say, what doesn't matter? Because nobody really watches the show, and it's not like the Bradley Overrated YouTube channel makes money. I've been doing this for 8 years, and I have not made a single penny off of this channel. And I would be lying to you if I said it doesn't suck when I go through and get video footage from 10 plus different video games and do all that work editing and sometimes I even do a script. Heaven forbid I do a script for it. And I put in all this effort for my top 10 games of 2024 or something. And it gets 50 views. And I think about all that time spent. Because you got to figure, I play through every single one of those games. I get the recording for all of those games. I'm editing it. It's my own voice. It takes a lot of effort to do that. And I'm at the point now on my YouTube channel that if I'm not getting anything in terms of like views or comments or likes or not enough of those things, it just isn't really viable anymore. Because like I said, I'm prioritizing my family first, and my YouTube channel is not even close to being on the important things to do list anymore. And that kind of includes playing all the latest and greatest video games now. I will say this though, nothing's gonna stop me from playing Trails in the Sky first chapter when it releases on September 19th. I am so ready for that game. I am so looking forward to just coasting through all of the Legend of Heroes games, putting 1,000+ hours over the next year into basically Legend of Heroes video games. That is my true priority in life when it comes to that. But if I want to succeed and do this, I can't just be focusing on games that are current, the latest, the greatest, and in 2025. So this is basically my way of saying, if you were thinking I was going to cover a bunch of stuff from 2025 all the time, it's not going to happen anymore. If you want me to talk about the rumors and stuff for the PlayStation 6, I don't give a crap about that. If you want me to talk about Pokemon and ZA or something like that, it's not going to happen. I have zero interest in Pokemon in general at this point, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, you get where I'm coming from. 2025, I quit. You win. I'm going to just go back, play a couple of old games. Maybe, maybe play Trails in the Sky when it comes out, because it's definitely going to happen. But I want to just pass the question off now to anybody that is actually watching this. Do you feel the struggle to try to keep up with all of the latest and greatest video games? Do you feel like it's too much and overwhelming? Do you find yourself going back to some games from your childhood that you just love dearly, and you replay it and you realize that, yes, you still, in fact, love it? Or maybe it's not as good as you remember it being? Let me know all your thoughts, if you can relate, down in the comments below. And as always, thank you for just listening to this older guy ramble. I love it. It's still fun to do this channel. I wish I had a PC so I can do a lot better editing and stuff. But, you work with what you got. And right now what I got is PlayStation 5 Share Factory. Got to start figuring out how all this stuff works. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout. Praise be to Evan. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.